Hey.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back to beautyish Radio. It's your favorite day of the week, Thursday at 10 a.m. Central. We are the hosts of beautyish Radio, and where we talk about beauty, business,
And all that ish.
and this is not your grandmama's podcast, so just keep that in mind. I am Joy M. Hutton, founder of On The Go Glam.
And I am Lydia Evans, founder of SW&G Essentials.
All right, so we are going to get into it. Thank you all for joining us this morning. Those of you who are watching, go ahead and drop your name, drop a message so we know you're there. We are going to continue our conversation from last week about the future of future is female, because it's a lot of things to talk about. We didn't get to cover everything, and how just being a woman can make you lose your mind sometimes.
Right.
Which is why this episode is called "Y'all Gonna Make Me Lose My Mind."
Right.
All right. And rest in peace, DMX. And let's see. So we kick it off always with the beauty of the week. And this week is none other than Chrissy Teigen, wife to John Legend, mother to Luna, and I forgot the little boy's name. Miles.
Yeah.
Yes. And so, hey, guys. Hey, Toya. Hey, Denise. Hey, Keena. All right, so love Chrissy Teigen. You know, she has lived her life very publicly, from her marriage to John, from having a miscarriage. Well, not a miscarriage, but her they delivered the baby early, and he passed. And so you know, she just lived her life very publicly, and then she ended up going on Instagram and saying that she was leaving Twitter because it was just too much for her mental health. And I mean, when you're living your life in public, and I mean, we can both kind of relate to that. It can be stressful.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
and you want to protect yourself from the public and what have you, and so it can be very difficult, especially when you're getting criticisms from everybody, and you know, it's tough. You know, I know with me, I had to live the passing of my sister out in public. That wasn't easy, and everybody else sharing their stories with me. And although sometimes it's inspirational, it can be heavy too. So it's a lot. You deal with a lot of criticism, and then she's also trying to manage being an entrepreneur, a model, a mom, a wife, and all these different things. And that's tough.
Yeah, it is.
You
I
know,
can
it's like,
imagine.
man, you know, people look at people on the outside and they're like, they just have it all.
Yeah.
But you don't know what people are suffering with on the inside. Hey, Denise Tucker. So you just definitely don't know what people are dealing with on the inside. And so I think it's important for us to talk about that, because last week, you know, we talked about how there's this perception if you're over 30 and you or over 40 and you don't have any kids,
Yeah.
and people are looking at you like, what's wrong with you?
Right.
And why does it have to be what's wrong with us? You
Right.
know, so I think that, yeah, I would definitely like to open up that conversation again.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So what are your thoughts on managing all of that, you know, and just kind of transitioning from Chrissy Teigen?
Oh, well, I mean, you know, I only allowed that stuff to affect me as far as outside stuff, comments and stuff, for a very short period of time.
Yeah.
I think when I first appeared on TV, and then I read the first thing about myself online, where someone was like, "Oh, I can tell you why she didn't get a deal," and just ran down a whole laundry list of shit they didn't know what they were talking about or how this works. You know, it affected me, I suppose. It affected me. I don't know, Joy. I don't know. I think I'm kind of resilient to a lot of stuff when it comes to people I don't care about. It's the people that I care about that hurt me more.
Yeah.
I don't give really too much thought to stuff that people say that don't know me.
Right.
But I did. It affected me more then than it does now. Now I could care less who says any damn thing about me. But I guess I can imagine. I don't know. I think after that I just kind of tuned out the internet and I stopped looking for it.
Yeah.
If you sit and read through all your comments and look through all of that, you got to understand to a certain degree, a lot of stuff rolls off your back. And then I didn't have people around me that brought fuckery to me either.
Right.
So I didn't have people around me that was like calling me to tell me a screenshot me bullshit people said about me. Because that doesn't help either. Like that's like what side are you on here? Like, because as my friend or my loved one or my family member, you're going to have to protect me from a certain amount of that. Even if you don't understand what it's like to be me, you don't, no one likes to read ill shit about themselves or hear anything ill about themselves. So I didn't have people around me that did that. They literally were like, Lydia, if it's not about Swag Essentials, if it's not about the soap bar, if it's not from the attorney, if it's not from the network, don't read it. Right. So what I did was I would receive comments on things, but I wouldn't take time to read through them.
Exactly.
And that is what made it very clear to me as an entrepreneur. I needed someone to buffer that for me. That's when I gave that and handed that off to someone to do.
Yeah.
So I had someone, my office manager would actually go through my social media, and she had access to my stuff, and she would delete shit that didn't need to be there, comments I didn't need to see, comments that were irrelevant, off the wall, stupid stuff, because people will just say stuff that's just idiotic.
Yeah.
So, and that actually, I'm grateful for that, because it's like, even if I just so happen to be if someone said a great comment and I need to go respond to it because I want to personally respond to it, I might see a shitty comment above it. What her doing that prevented me from
it's the one that sticks out though. It's
but
like,
her doing that prevented me from having to even see it.
Yeah.
So that I was blessed to quickly, not even 2 weeks into after Shark Tank, and people had everything to say because everybody can sit at home and tell you how you should have done something.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I quickly, that shit quickly came. I was like, because it hit me so hard because I felt the need to stop and respond. I wanted to literally stop and respond to that person. And I didn't respond to that person, but someone else who had made a comment, I had responded to them. Like, first of all, you don't even know. Then someone said to me, Lydia, God has risen you above a certain thing where you have a platform.
It's above.
When you have a platform, when you have a platform, you can't just, it's not for you to give your energy to certain things.
You can't. You'll drain yourself.
That's when it was like everybody around me, my crew was like, okay, what can we do? How can we help you? And so everybody was like, if we see something, or whatever, we will let her know, and then she'll go into the wall and take stuff off. But I think that quickly molded people to know, screw you. They knew that energy and how we handled that quickly let the public know your opinion isn't welcomed here about anything you don't know about. If you have a question or concern, great. But if you gonna come and try to say anything negative, try to create something to sensationalize on my wall so you can get some hits and some likes to your wall from my wall, I'm just
miss me with it.
It's like mentioning someone's names, like when you're like those rappers say, I'm not gonna mention your name in my rap. Why would I do that? I'm putting you on, because good or bad publicity is publicity for you. So for me it was a little bit different. And then again, like I said, just the way I'm literally made, I don't give a damn that much about people who I don't love. It's the people I love that I found out maybe said something ill about me or was behind my back stabbing me. Those are the people that shit hurts me to my core. That's what drives me mentally insane.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. It's like, but I was feeding you.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I was holding you down on your car note and your rent.
Right.
And you got everything to say about me? Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So, that hurts. Those are the people that make me want to lose my mind.
Right. Up in here. Up in here. Right.
But the little peons and minions, oh, girl, please.
But it's just so crazy how people who don't know you have opinions about everything about your life. And they don't know anything about what you've been through or whatever. They don't know. But again, we talked about this before. What people see, it's the 5 minutes or whatever, however many minutes that people
introduction,
see.
the soft introduction they have.
Yeah, that people think, but I know you. I've been watching you for
and you
12
need my
weeks
feedback.
Yeah, exactly.
You need it. You have to have my feedback.
But I know I didn't get caught up in that. I didn't get caught up in that either. I think the first couple of weeks when the show was airing, Ready to Love, I was, looking on Twitter to see what people were saying. Then when I saw things just were turning for the worse. Yeah. But I'm like, I'm going to remove myself from this. And I don't engage people like that. Or what I'll do is I'll snap back with humor because like you don't know me, so it's like, oh, you think, oh, this is funny, you know. But I remember like for the reunion somebody said, oh, you out here looking like Ruth Bader Ginsburg in my dress, and I was like, oh, I like that one actually. I'll take it. I'll be our RBG.
And then but then
You know?
there's also that balance of some of those people they just want to kind of
Say
banter
something.
with you and
Yeah.
they actually, and they don't even mean any harm. It's just
Right.
them being fun with you.
Yeah.
And you have to also understand, when you have a platform, people feel like they need the extra things to connect with you, Joy.
Yeah.
So it's like they do, like they don't know your sense of humor. They don't know you, but they feel like they can say something that for you, when you read it just in text on a piece of paper, you don't know how to read that. Like, in other words, while you saying that, are you dragging me?
Right.
I don't know,
Are you
because I
trying
don't
to
know
be
your
funny?
humor. I've never
Yeah.
talked to you. I don't know how you're. But that person, more than likely, is someone who loves you, saw you on the show, didn't know how else to really kind of introduce themselves to you,
Right.
and call themselves saying something that's what you call a standout Instagram or social media message, in hopes that you would respond to that.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I've learned is that when you have a platform, you got to learn how to allow people that love you to nurture those relationships, but there's a space that has to stay there to a certain degree, unless of course you meet them in person and it develops into some kind of a sound friendship.
Absolutely.
But for the most part, those if someone's watching this right now is in that position where you're about to, your life's about to shift in a certain kind of way, where you're going to be in front of a TV screen or in front of a microphone, and that brings a new fan base or a new community around you, I would highly suggest that you quickly adapt to that. Have someone delete stuff off your wall for you so you don't even see it.
Exactly.
And if you have close people to you that bring you the fuckery, immediately dismiss that. The minute they start telling you, dismiss the conversation.
Yeah.
And then if they continue to persist, you're going to have to put a little bit of space there.
Yeah.
Because there's something kind of frenemy-ish in there somewhere where they kind of like for you to feel that sting, because my friends don't want me to feel any kind of pain.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's setting boundaries.
Oh,
You have to
yeah.
set boundaries.
You got to set boundaries immediately.
Yeah, you have to
Everything
set
changes.
boundaries.
Everything
Yeah.
changes. It's
Yeah.
crazy. But you become such a better person. You stay in that gray area for a while where you have a hard time kind of balancing it all, because your whole life is shifted, and then
Right.
everything around you is shifting, and you are shifting. So it's a lot of shiftiness going on.
Yeah.
And then in the midst of it, it's like it feels like you're in a, what is that called? Earthquake. Because your footing feels like your rooting feels.
Yeah.
You know that you're going to be okay because things are going good, but that shifting can kind of give you an insecurity of, holy smokes, this is uncomfortable, because you're watching friends, family members, people you love, relationships, romantic relationships fall into cracks in front of you, but you're watching God spare you, and you're not falling in a crack. So you know when the earthquake's over, you're going to be okay. But you also know your terrain's going to be a whole lot damn different when the smoke clear. So if you just start accepting that the minute the earthquake starts versus not accepting it and waiting until the earthquake's over, then you're going to be this devastated human. Like, what happened? You knew it was earthquake.
Yeah.
You were seeing it happen the whole damn time. You saw the shifts. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it just you got to be gut wrenchingly honest with yourself and what you see, and believe in this scenario what you see is what the hell you see. What
As
people are
believe,
showing you
receive.
is what. Yeah.
As believe, receive.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Jizzle, babe. Yes.
That's real.
Yeah, that's something
Yeah.
it's like people all the time, like, how do you get on TV? And it's like, do you want it?
Yes.
Do you want it? Because it
Yeah.
shifts, baby. I don't give a damn if you were on the smallest, lowliest, Z-list show
Right.
that don't got no Emmys or Oscars.
Right.
Yeah, I don't care if you was in a mid-level show. I don't care if you were on the show. The
said
experience
amen.
is the
Amen to that.
same. What you go through is the same. Every damn thing's going to shift. You going to shift, and everybody around you going to start shifting.
Yeah. Shifting, evolving.
Yeah.
And so you said something that, you said about relationships and all these things falling through the cracks. Especially when you're evolving or you're trying to make that shift or whatever. So I know, like we were talking about last week, with managing all the things that come with being a female leader. I mean, literally, Lydia, I can just tell you, we've had these conversations about how I struggle with that, how we both struggle with that, because we want a family. but we also want to build this empire.
You put in on this already.
Right, exactly.
I'm 15 years in.
Right.
You 10?
Five. Yeah, 5.
But 10 years on working on everything as far as like
Yeah,
when you first started
collectively.
getting into.
Yeah, collectively. Yeah.
But see, Joy's a little different than me. See, that's why I'm little and she's Jizzle. Because Jizzle's way more planned out. And Jizzle's going to think about it and she's going to write a business plan on it. And she's going to work it out. So if her entrepreneurship, if she's been an entrepreneur for 5 years, then that means she was working on it for 5 years before this. She was taking the time. She was already at a job, figuring out how she going to
get the hell up out of here.
Draw that money down from the 401. Right. She said, listen, I'm doing all that. Mm-hmm. I'm more like, I tell you what. Fuck you, Tom. I'm out. You know what I mean? And as I'm walking out the door, my heart is beating a million miles a minute. I'm like, how the hell I'm gonna feed myself? But I'm gonna figure that shit out. Right. So we are really a blend of both.
Yeah,
we're both type personalities when it comes to. You have two different type of entrepreneurs. Right. You have like, listen, I got something for you, Susan. I'm gonna quit on your ass in 4 years, bitch. Right. You know what I mean? After my money's right. And then you got the crazy person like me that's like, what that motherfucker? Oh, I quit.
Right.
Then left all the money on the table. You know what I mean? So I love that about us.
That's why we balance each other.
Yeah, we really
You gotta
do.
have a radical and
just a well-stitched girl dog. Just I say, oh Lord.
Oh man, but we both still experience the pressures of,
and the same things.
Right, the same thing at the same damn time.
Because it don't matter.
It doesn't.
It all go the same way.
We still want babies.
Still want a baby.
Want a man.
We still want a man.
You know what I'm saying? The problems are the same. And then we still have the same people asking us, what's wrong with you? You know? And I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm making adult choices in my life. And so that comes with releasing things that are not good for me. Yeah. Releasing people that are not good for me. I was just talking to my therapist the other day. I said, listen, I have just realized that I've come to a place where I'm just saying no. Right. You know, no is my favorite word. Right. You know, they say, what's my favorite word? No. No. Okay, because I have let certain people, certain energies into my life that don't serve me well. And especially where I am right now, I can't do it. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a step back so that I can, ask, believe, and receive.
Yeah, no,
the
that's
things
it. In that
that
order.
are for me. Yes, ask for what I want, believe in that, and believe that you're going to receive those things. So I'm manifesting. I told y'all, I'm gonna have me a husband and some babies next year. Yeah. I told y'all. Yeah. So you know, I have to do that. But but getting to that point, I mean, we have to do.
It'll almost kill you.
Right. Lose your mind, you know, because you start thinking, am I crazy?
See, because
what
happens
is,
let me tell you what happens. Women that have children already, that decide to start a business, they have this moment to reckon with it. Like, okay, I got all these babies, or I got this baby, or whatever that situation is. I'm going to start this business, and they kind of move it at a pace that works for it. Or they get to a wall where they're like, I can't do it. I can't balance it all. But there's a portion of you that's fulfilled because you have a baby already. Yeah. You don't have a baby. You're working on your career. You're working on taking yourself to the next level. You're working on getting yourself to this place that you feel like God has ordained in every step. And then all of a sudden you hit this place where you're like, I want a child. Yeah. But a child for a woman is not something she can keep putting off. Right. I say, I'll pick this up later when Tony get 10. Like as a mother already, you can say, I'll wait till Tony's at least walking.
Exactly.
So Tony can sweep around the shop. Right. That's the kind of stuff where my mind.
You start thinking
I'm gonna work, little baby Tony.
Children as workers, you know.
You gonna put this email in this.
You gonna put in on this.
You gonna mop this floor. You gonna put in on this. Okay.
Right.
This extravagant lifestyle. Okay.
Yeah.
But no, what I'm saying is that so it's a little bit different. And what I found is that what happens with a woman who has a business first continually puts it off because your business is always ever growing. Right. But the problem is that you hit a wall and you realize I can't put it off anymore. Yeah. And you're faced with that dilemma of, holy smokes, I have to reckon with the idea that either I'm going to have to change something about business so that I can fit a baby in my life. Yeah. Or I'm going to have to let go of the idea of being a mom. Right. Ooh. Yeah. Ouch. Because it's like you have a baby, but it's a business baby.
Yeah.
And it is like having a child,
It
just
is.
as being in a relationship with a man.
Right.
And if you're in a relationship with a man, you know what I'm talking about. My girlfriend is listening to this right now saying, listen, he takes me through some shit.
Right. She's like,
He's a whole
full-time
child.
job.
He's that's a
Right.
whole toddler behind the engineer, just behind the controls.
Whole
He's
full-time
a
job.
whole 2-year-old when he go home.
Yes.
Now he's the man when he here. He
But-
go home.
But I'm glad you said that, because what happens then
Oof.
is a lot of times, I won't even say sometimes, a lot of times in taking care of a man,
Yeah.
a man's emotional, physical, mental needs, you lose yourself.
Oh.
And
See,
then-
and that's what I want.
Right.
That's what I'm single. Well, I got a boo. I say that. But if you ain't married, you're single.
Right.
And I know he's probably looking at this right now like that. She's an evil bitch.
Right.
You know what I mean? But no, being honest though, like
Legally
seriously,
single. Right. You check the box single. But you lose yourself in cultivating what that man needs.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you wake up one day and you're like, I haven't done this, I haven't done that,
No,
I
not
haven't
me.
done this.
Uh-uh.
You know? You
Well,
said nothing.
we might be taking our time on the baby thing, but he
But
know.
I'm saying some women deal with that. A lot of women deal with that.
He
I mean,
knows
at
I'll
some
leave
point we
him
have
well,
gone
yeah,
through that in our
I'm
lives.
not finna be putting sewing in. I'm going.
But guess what? Not no more.
All the
What did I
sew
say?
in I done done sew ins I'm gonna do. I done did.
Listen, when I tell you it will never happen again, it's not happening again.
No, because when it's
Yeah.
right, you don't have to
Yeah,
do
you don't
all
have
of
to,
that.
'cause you're
there's a
pouring
balance.
into each other.
Y'all kind of come right there. But yeah, no. But
You're
yeah.
pouring into each other, and so you shouldn't lose yourself if you have a
Hell no.
supportive partner. If you all are a team,
Right.
You know, you shouldn't have those
I'm the
problems.
kind of girl. We're gonna have a sleepover, and I got a whole man at the house.
Right.
We
I
gonna,
spent the night
we gonna have a sleepover.
spending the
I
night.
don't, it's gonna be the same.
Right.
You're not. No, I never did understand that.
Yeah.
Like I get it, because when you get in a relationship, you do start to feel like, you know, like there's a commitment there. There's
Yeah.
where there's a
That's it.
commitment, there's a responsibility.
Yeah.
I get it, but I'm not about to just become this
Give
whole different
myself up.
and give
Right.
up my whole sisterhood and friendship and family ship and not chilling with my family, not visiting. Like if they're good family, you know. But I'm just saying I'm not gonna be going out of my way to. No, hell no.
Right.
Because if I do
Exactly.
that, then that means I got to do that the duration we're together, and that means I'm never Lydia.
Right.
I'm what I'm thinking you want. And oftentimes when people do that, when women do that, they do that because they think that's what a man wants. And they get
Yeah.
offended when he be like, I'm about to go out with my friends. And you like, oh, I thought we was going to go. I'm going out with my friend. Because he's not going to change his life for
Exactly.
you.
We cannot
He's not
expect
going to
people
do
to.
it.
People
And he
don't
loves you to
change.
death, but he's not going to do it because he
Right.
feels like, why do I have to lose that individuality
Yeah.
just to call myself your boyfriend or your
Exactly.
husband?
Right.
So I adopt that same theory.
Yeah, I'm in the same place, you know, and I had to learn a hard lesson because I'm a nurturer, I'm a giver,
Yeah.
and I'm an empath, and I pour and pour and pour until I'm depleted.
But even when
know,
you were
but-
married, you were always a good friend still.
Yeah,
I
well,
never,
that's what-
you
yeah.
never were that kind of friend to me that was just like, as soon as you get married, you fall off the radar. Some women are like that. Like they get in a relationship,
Right.
much less
Yeah,
married.
I'm
And
definitely
they
not
just-
that.
You can't find them no more.
Right,
Unless
exactly.
you just lift up his balls. And then you're like, oh, there she goes. Come out for air, sister, because I know you dying under there.
I definitely managed a balancing act of being a good friend and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I did, you know, when I was married, I poured a lot into my husband, and so I went all in.
Yeah.
You know, but I had to realize, you know, what I learned from that was that I cannot sacrifice joy.
No.
You know, I cannot sacrifice who I am.
Yeah.
And what I want.
Yeah,
you
there
know?
were certain things
So-
you put on hold so
Yeah.
that he could do certain things.
Exactly.
And so I can definitely, no.
Yeah.
No.
So,
I get it.
in other words, don't do that.
Yeah.
You can focus on you, or you should focus on you. And so,
But in that scenario, though, Joy, I understand it to a certain degree because it's like both of y'all can't. Like, if you have a household, somebody has to tend to something.
Yeah,
So it's like,
absolutely. But it has
I
to be a
kind of understand
balancing
if that person is the breadwinner and and especially if he has that machismo-ness that he wants to be considered and labeled the man of the house. If I can be honest with your friend, I think you did the right thing with everything I know about it.
Yeah.
I know the public right now doesn't understand a lot of what we're talking about on the back end of it, from what I know about it, I think you did the best thing that you could do, because it's like, what, y'all both gonna go to school at the same time? It's impossible.
Well,
so somebody has to kind of give.
Yeah.
And in most cases, when it comes to that, if he is going to be winning all the bread, then you do have to kind of fall back and allow him to further that, so he can further keep bringing home the bacon.
Right.
If it wasn't the right person for you, ultimately, it didn't matter what changes you made.
Yeah.
It wasn't gonna work.
And there's so that part, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely to that. But there's a difference between, you know, pouring into somebody so they can meet their goals, but it has to be reciprocated. When you want to,
absolutely, but that goes into you weren't with the right person though.
When you
because the right person would after when it's your turn.
Yeah, then you got to
right.
So it has to be. He
wouldn't let you have red carpet time.
Yeah, exactly.
He wanted to be the only person on the red carpet and swear up and down that he didn't like a red carpet.
Right.
And those people will drive you crazy, because it'll make you do what? Lose your mind. Up in here.
Up in here. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, we talking about losing our mind. Yeah, it's just I don't let people try to label me as mean, because I speak my truth. Yes, LC.
Yes, LC.
Yeah.
Baby, that's me all day.
People be quick to call you.
They quick to because people are sensitive.
You know,
it's the soy in the food. Don't get me started.
It's the soy in the food.
I blame everything on this damn food.
So
it's messing with our minds.
Yeah, exactly. So speaking of losing our mind, things that continue to make us lose our mind.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and pop this.
It's already there.
It is already time.
We're talking about Potters.
Right.
Miss Potty.
Kim Potter.
Kim Potty.
Who shot Dante Wright.
Yep.
To death.
Yes, she did. And she is a 20-something plus year veteran and was in the process of actually training a rookie cop. That was a training day for him. And she... she's claiming she grabbed the taser thinking it was the gun. But when you've been on a force for those many
20-some years, you know what's on the left and what's on the right.
It's just a habit.
Right.
Whenever they're doing that testing, I know what side it's on.
Exactly.
I ain't never been shot.
Right.
But I know what side it's on because it's always right here on the right side where the right hand at.
Right.
And so it's just because as soon as they get out the car, just to walk up to your car to say... license and registration, they forever got their hands just right
here.
Because they just ready
to gun you down. You know?
Ready to gun you down.
Hey, ready to gun you down. Right.
Hey.
They ready.
Okay, we're always ready. We always ready.
We always
this
got a playlist.
No, that's it. It's not mine.
Right. But
mental health, Joy. Okay. So back to Kim Potty. So she is saying that you know, she made this mistake and she's screaming taser, or whatever have you. I think it was very intentional and very purposeful.
Of course it was.
And she was covering her ass from point A because she thought she was real smart.
Yes.
So for that reason, I would like to give her an eloquent,
girl,
well deserved.
Shut up,
girl. Shut up.
Yes.
One time for Kim Potty.
Girl, shut up.
And you can look her up as Kim Potter.
Right.
But for here in these
Kim Potty.
In these four walls, she's Kim Potty because she's what? Full of ish.
Yes.
You like
full
that?
of ish.
I knew you
yes,
was gonna
she's
like
full of ish.
She likes it when I play off the ish. She's into that.
I am.
Yeah.
So guys, listen, we gotta protect our mental health. It's a lot going on. We trying to be black. We trying to be women. We're
gonna be black.
Right.
Mike,
not
you gonna
trying
join
to
the
be
movie?
Mike
Mike over there talking about yes.
Listen,
no, that's it. It's really fun on this side.
We
Mike,
gotta be blackity black.
Just don't drive a car, Mike, because
then
you know you're a threat the minute you get behind the wheel of a damn car and you know what I mean, with a little tan on you.
But it's like we have so many things, that could work for us, but they're also working against us. And it's like, God dang it.
Like my daddy said a long time, everybody want to be a ninja, but don't nobody want to be a ninja. And that's so sad.
That's the truth.
How we have birthed the culture vultures.
Yes.
Yeah.
They just want to take it all.
Yeah. Yeah. It came out. Oh, we got to do that too.
Right.
It came out that Kim Kardashian and her sister stole $120,000 from Brandy's mom when they were personal. They got into the industry as being personal assistants for everybody.
Yeah.
Because their mom cut them off after the dad died. She was like, "You're not getting this money. You get your own money."
What?
And so she made a brood of women when she made them.
Kris Jenner
created a
sure
brood.
Did.
She engineered them into what they are.
Yes, absolutely.
But so we'll talk about that next week. But
yes.
they were little thieving ass bitches. Is what
right.
They were.
It's a whole operation.
But see, if I start thieving, y'all gonna talk about me.
You going to jail.
And I'm going to jail.
Right, you going to jail. Ain't no talking. You going to jail. You know, I was thinking about that the other day, but we're gonna talk about that another time.
Yeah, we can't go
guys.
there. We could go there, but we can't go there.
Right. It's just so many things.
It's yeah, we're gonna girl shit up that ass next week though. Because I got to get a saddle up on the Kardashians donkey horse rump. You fuck saddle up on that ass. I'm so sick. Because we can't make us go viral.
Right.
The way you make Kim Kardashian's
Exactly.
fake ass go viral. And all the dumb shit that she endorses.
Right. And on that note, guys, listen, follow us on @officialbeautyish on Instagram if you're not already.
Yep.
We love you guys and thank you for your support. The merch is now available. You all have been asking for the sweatshirts that we have, the sweatshirts and the hoodies. So you can go to beautyish.com. And make sure you all are subscribed so you can get notifications about our episodes when we air live. You are the first one to see it and catch up on the past episodes
Thank
if
you
you
for
haven't
tuning
already.
in.
And we appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in every
Lydia,
Thursday.
I spit out my water.
She said, "Lift up his balls." Right?
You know you like that LC. Because you have a friend
Right.
that you'd have to tell her,
You
get
gotta
from
find
underneath
them.
the sack, baby.
Right, you gotta find
Can
them.
we go have a drink?
Exactly.
Damn.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Peace.